Good morning, everybody. My name is Gabby. I am here with Lucy. We are wrapping up her first week with us here at Best Paw Forward Dog Training. And she's done an excellent job with us over this first week. She's a very sweet girl. She really likes to train, which is excellent. So she's doing a great job. So we're just going to go through a little bit of what she has been working on this week and where she is at with everything. Okay, so we worked on a little bit of attention, which we showed in one of the other videos, as well as some basics. So we're just going to show you a little bit of those. And we also worked on jumping. Very good. It was a very good correction from herself. So all I'm going to do right now, is mark and reinforce with a piece of kibble when she looks at me. And she gives me that eye contact, okay? Again, this is going to be something that's really helpful when you're working on different things, when you're starting to increase, yes, good girl, the level of difficulty by going in different environments, making sure she's paying attention to you, she's checking in with you beforehand, very important. Yes, good girl, very nice. And that's awesome. She actually went into that down, that settled position, whereas in the beginning of the week, a lot of times what she would do to get that attention is jump up. Yes, good girl. Now she realizes that's not getting her that attention that she wants, and she's going into that sit or that down. Yes, good girl. So she's doing an excellent job. So now we're going to start working on some basics. Stay. She's currently in the sit. We're going to work on a little bit of movement. So there she did pop out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her back into that position. She was in a sit. Good girl. Stay. And then I'm going to try again. I'm going to maybe not push her as far this time. Get that success. Yes, good girl. And then reinforce that successful behavior. I'm not going to put her back into that sit and immediately give her that reinforcement, because what's that reinforcing? That's reinforcing her getting up out of that sit and then having to be put back into it, okay? So very important that we're not reinforcing the wrong things. Get it. Good girl. Get that one too. Good girl. Lucy, sit. Stay. She's able to sit on a verbal, which is excellent. Yes. Free. I could take a couple steps around. You're free. Good girl. So she's doing very well. Now again, working on these basics is going to be very important for the rest of what she is working on here, okay? So making sure she has a solid foundation of listening to us, focusing on us, paying attention. Good girl. Before we get into some of the more challenging things, is going to be very, very important. Good girl. Go get it. We also worked on some downs. Down. Yes, good girl. Very nice. Lucy. So there she popped out. I didn't say free. I'm going to put her back down. Stay. Ask for that stay. And then reinforce her for that successful stay. Free. Good girl. So she's doing really well with this. We also started a little bit of place as well. So place, using something like this, you could use a dog bed, you could use a spot on the carpet, you could use anything as place. Now place is a great behavior, especially for your puppy to know. It gives them something else to do. If they start to get really jumpy, they start jumping up on people, getting overexcited, putting her on place, giving her something else to do, working on some basics there is going to be really helpful. It's also a place where they can kind of settle, relax. It's kind of their place to hang out. So I'm going to have her go onto that place. Good girl. Now in the beginning, so this one's a different one than we've been using. Makes it a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to show you. This is actually good because I can show you how to start working through this. Good girl. So I'm just going to toss that piece of food on there. You can see she's a little apprehensive. Yes. Once she put her 2 paws on there, I marked with a yes, and I gave her a couple more treats to just kind of reinforce that this is a positive place. There's nothing wrong. We don't need to be afraid of it. But it's important to work through things like this. Okay. Good girl. Yes, especially with a dog that can be a little bit apprehensive. Good girl. Free. Good. And I'm not using, you'll notice I'm not using that word until she's reliably going on and off of that place. So this is going to be something that we're going to be working on more next week with her. Good girl. Just kind of reinforcing her being on there. Yes, good job. Free. Again, turning that into a positive place. You can see she's trying to avoid it a little bit. I'm gonna put that in the center. Yes, good girl. And again, once she goes on, just reinforce that behavior. Good girl, give her some pets. Again, turning this into a positive place. Very nice. So that's something we're going to continue working on next week. Another thing we worked on this week, we worked on potty training a lot. So you saw in the video yesterday, we started working on the bells. She's actually doing really well with those. She's come a long way with those already. She's gotten to the point where she's going over to that door and she's able to ring those bells with her nose, and then we can take her outside to go to bathroom. So very good, excellent job, especially because in the beginning, you saw her yesterday, she was doing really well with it. But the first day, she was a little bit scared of those bells. So it took a little bit of time of getting her used to and desensitizing her to those bells and making sure that she was not nervous around them. So she's doing excellent with that. She hasn't had any accidents here at all, which is great. We are going to send you home with a piece of paper where you can keep track of her potty training over the weekend so we can continue to have success for her. And another thing we worked on, last thing, is a little bit of leash skills. So you can see I have a harness on her. We did put a harness on her here. I know she came with that collar. And the reason I put the harness on her is just because it does help a little bit with that leash, and her collar was a little bit loose. So I wanted to make sure that she was staying safe, staying on that harness while we were walking. Starting it in a low distraction environment inside. Some of the words that we use for leash is let's go when we're moving forward, stop if she gets too far ahead. Most important thing with leash is that we are not continuing to move forward if she is pulling ahead. If we do that, then she starts to learn that that's how she gets to where she wants to go. Okay, so we're going to show you a little bit more on leash next week, but she has been doing a great job with that as well. She's made a lot of So there she's biting at that leash. I'm dropping it. We're not going to turn this into a game. If she continues to bite that leash, since I have the ability, I'm going to take that leash away. I'm going to ask her for some different behaviors. Lucy. Yes, good girl. Sit. Yes. Down. Get her mind back and focused on me. Good girl. But we will show you a little bit more on her leash next week. But she's doing a great job. She's made a lot of progress over this week already. If you guys have any questions at all, let us know in the comments below. And we will see you on her next video next week.